Speaking of showing up, though, man, the Jags, they ended up handling business this past weekend in London, and they get to go ahead, sit pretty, and stay there after they beat the Falcons. And now they get to face Josh Allen, who improved to 6-0 at home against the Dolphins. How you guys feel about this? I think the Bills can come in and get one in on the Jags, even though they've been sitting there and staying there. I think the Bills are just that much better than the Jags, but I mean that's just one man's opinion. How do y'all feel?
I had the Jags winning. I just feel like the time difference is really gonna play a role in this. I don't know when the Bills got down there, and even if the Bills have left yet. But if the Bills tomorrow's Friday, if the Bills haven't left yet, and the Bills leave tomorrow, it's the adjustment period of that. Not questioning the caliber of players they have, but once again, it's still an adjustment. It's still something you're going to have to overcome, especially playing what? It's 9 o'clock in the morning, if I'm correct. That's something main. That's what is it? 9, right? It's 9:30, something like that.
I mean,
I
our
believe
time,
it's
yeah.
9:30. Yeah,
Yeah, I
9:30
mean,
our
what
time.
is
I'm
it?
not sure
Like
what time it
noon
is
their
there.
time or some shit like that, or maybe a little bit later in the day. But
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I
but
believe it was
even
something like that.
even which way, it's just like you're not used to playing that early. You're used to practicing that early. You're used to just getting warmed up at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like practice is really kind of just gotten going. You may have like a realistically, you may have had a morning lift and gotten situated, but like you're just getting into the motion around that time. Jags have been dealing with that time switch for a week. So they just have a little bit more comfortability, in my opinion, with that. I would feel like that's the only up they have. Once again, it also depends on when the Bills left. The Bills aren't leaving until tomorrow. I definitely feel like that is going to equate. But it's still feel like the Bills always still find a way to put up a lot of points too. So I feel like it's Trevor Lawrence is going to have to throw the ball a lot more than they want to. Um, I see ETN with probably maybe 100 yards rushing and passing, but we'll see. Rushing and receiving, correction.
I mean, the Bills just lost their top cornerback, so he's out for the season. But their offense is firing on all cylinders. And Jacksonville, they're what 2-2. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. Jacksonville, they did struggle a little bit with Atlanta. Bijan Robinson definitely looking like the rookie of the year, if not for CJ Stroud. But Buffalo is Buffalo, man. They have righted the ship after losing to the Jets. Buffalo looks really good. They are beating up on everybody. Everybody thought that Miami was going to be the team in the AFC. Obviously aside from Kansas City, but Buffalo's like, yeah, nah, it's over for that. 48-20. Buffalo's back, dog. It is what it is. Buffalo looks like the AFC Cowboys once again. They're gonna do what they need to do in the regular season. Everybody's gonna get a behind on them, and then one way or another, they're gonna fall apart because the Super Bowl is not in the cards for that. But talking about regular season, and you going up against Jacksonville, I just don't think that Jacksonville has enough. This Buffalo team is they're mature. They've been in these situations, even though they time skip. We deal with those. We deal with that. They're professionals. You know what I mean? They're going to show up and play football.
Did you say AFC card? You said the AFC Cowboys? Is that what you said?
Yeah. We got there's a couple counterparts over there. You got them and the Chargers.
Right.
Everybody expects a lot. I mean, they went to the AFC. They went to the AFC Championship game, but aside from that, I mean, I've seen that. I've seen that recipe before. You know what I mean? We've seen that.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm sure Wayne knows all about that. They look good on paper, sounds good on paper, and then they fall apart. So he knows about Buffalo being a Patriots fan.
Never
He knows all
fails.
about Buffalo.
Never fails. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with Sav here. I'm definitely agreeing. I'm going with the Jags this weekend. Partially because I just feel like Buffalo is gonna come in hot, but I feel like the Jags they've been like slumming for the most part. For the first few weeks, they haven't looked like themselves like they're supposed to. I feel like they're finally finding their stride, and technically this is a home game for them because they play there like almost every year. This is like their 11th game over there. They're 5-5 over there right now. They're at a 500 record. So I feel like with this extra week too as well, you know what I mean? Them having that extra week, them having that extra time over there in London and practicing and being on that time zone, knowing how it is and all that, as Sab said, it's just going to work to their advantage. And overall, I feel like Sunshine down there. Trevor Lawrence is gonna he's gonna cook up something, and they should cook, especially with them being out without Tre'Davious. For sure, they should cook with Calvin Ridley and Zay Jones and everything like that. So they have a lot of talent, a lot of receivers, and a lot of people that they could throw to. So I feel like the Jags will get it done on Sunday for sure.
What happens with that matchup?